Are you right?
Ah.
How do? Sam in a van with big man. Big in stature, big in heart. He's worried because he's got a bit of curry on his top, but I'm not, because I do it all the time.
Thanks, pal.
No. Over to you, mate. How are you doing anyway?
Yeah, I'm really good.
Good response.
Oh, do you know what? It's amazing to think that you can actually watch a channel and you can read comments, the productive, the positive, the supportive. I don't think I've ever seen a channel that's never had any trolls, so to speak.
Fantastic set of subscribers,
yeah,
mate, honestly. There's awesome people that are coming, mental health, shitloads of ex-cons, I know, young offenders. I tell you what, emotional, I'm getting emotional already. Them comments, I read every one. I've answered. Fucking hell, some people, you know, it's just, I can relate to that, Shaun. This could be my story and that, and you're thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and what's good is I seen something last night on yesterday's video that someone was saying about whether they were struggling and what, and then watching the people's responses to that person, like, you need to talk, and I'm like,
exactly.
Do you know what? It's like you've created a real good group, and that's down to yourself. That's down to you. Do you know what I mean?
He's right.
Do you know?
Shaun's going to be starting a channel. We're going to help him with that. I say we, leader tech guy is. I'm shy. But I can show you the GoPro, mate.
Yeah, I've just launched it cupboard.
Anyway, we're not here for GoPro.
No. Alright, stop.
Yeah, get on with it, mate.
Let's get on, because we've sat here for half an hour just talking. So anyway, so I think last time I left, I think it was, had I just got out of the hospital, if I remember.
Yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we? Blagging psychiatrist.
That's right, yeah. So I left the hospital and I wasn't right. You know, I knew I wasn't right, but it was, I can deal with it, I can handle it. And I didn't want to be in there because, and again, it's going back to one of your videos, I'd lost my temper with someone who I found rooting through my cupboard. And obviously everyone's in there for mental health problems, but big enough guy, and I thought, I can't allow, especially doing jail, I can't allow that to happen. So anyway, I had a bit of a kick off, and the nurses all come in and, here, you need to take this, and they tried giving me like this yellow tablet, and I said, I'm not fucking taking that. Take it away, I'm not taking it. So before I knew it, they were on top of me, and you don't even feel the jab, it's that quick, bang, and I was out. And I was like that for about 2 days, waking up and then back. It was proper drowsy. It was like being stoned, but 1,000 times worse. It was horrible. And then even like days after, you're walking and it's like you're struggling. It's like you've got lead on your feet and your mouth's really dry. Your head's all fuzzy. Like, it's like being knocked out, coming to and having that like fuzziness, and your eyes are all like, and it was horrible, and I thought, I'll be careful of that again.
You know when they give it you, were you like, you know, yourself, were you crazy on one, or were you just mad? You know, because this guy been rooting through like angry because the people I've seen it used on, which is not enough in prison, they've been fucking raging, mate. You know, one lad, 5 days running around his cell naked, not drinking, not eating. We restrained him 3 or 4 times, moved himself because of the smell. You know, that for me is what it's for. And it didn't get used enough in prison because it is dangerous and the protocols. Yeah. However, you know, it shouldn't be used just to like...
Yeah, I think the way I was then, to me, I was probably just angry, but to them it was, he's escalating here. You know, they could obviously see my behaviour was... And when you're angry, so when I'm angry, I don't realise the effect I'm having on other people. Because to me, I'm just angry, but it causes fear.
You're a big lad.
And that's it. So it was like, so I had that, and I thought, I've got to get out of here. So I blagged them, and everything's fine, and I knew I wasn't. But I needed to get out of there. So I went and stayed with a friend. And he was going away to stay with his family over the Christmas period. So he said, stay here, you know, make yourself at home, come and go as you please, you know, cupboards are full, do what you're doing. So what I did is I switched my phone off, I went out, bought a load of drugs, bought a load of alcohol, spirits, and it was the week before Christmas. And
What drugs did you buy?
heroin, cannabis.
Really?
And a lot. So I sat there, and it was 2 weeks. I didn't leave the flat for 2 weeks. I had my phone switched off. And I just was hammering drugs, I was drinking, and I was going into a really, really, really dark place. And it was probably the worst time of my life, I think, them 2 weeks. Of everything I've been through, they were the worst two.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because I sat there and I'm thinking about knobhead, thinking about broken relationships, thinking about the people I've hurt, the good people. And I get people saying, oh, you seem like a good guy and all this. I wasn't. I was horrible. And I hurt people that didn't deserve it. They just wanted to help. But I didn't want no help. I didn't feel like I could be helped. So I sat there and I'm going through what knobhead's done, and I'm going through my brother's death, and and that's what was really going. So going back to how I was let down, and I'm going to say it, I was let down.
With your family?
Yeah, I was let down. And I always vowed I would never ever be like that. Never. I'd look after family and look after my friends, and a lot of trouble I've been in is because of other people trying to help. I'm a people pleaser, I want to be liked. Or I did then. And I'm thinking, I've done the exact same for my brother. I let him down. Do you know? What was it? Yeah. And I'm thinking, what was going through his head when the guy had him in a chokehold after he'd fucking given him a severe beating? What was going through his head? And then it's just to be thrown out on the street and the door locked, and to lie there on a pavement. And I did the same as my uncles, I felt. I didn't fucking protect him. I didn't protect him, and there were people there with him, his friends, and they run off. Some of my friends were involved.
Did anyone do time?
Shit, sorry.
It's alright. We're allowed things like that on this channel, bro.
Yeah, I don't know who that is as well, I think. So anyway, sorry about that. So
did anyone get locked up or?
So anyway, yeah, he got arrested. He was a doorman. I knew him very, very well. And he was shorter than me, but his fucking forearms, I think he had something like Asperger's or something like that. But the strength of him, he was a dangerous man, and people would avoid socialising with him because of how dangerous he was when we were working. And like, I'd see him like years later, and I'd be walking my dogs, and he'd have his Rottweilers, and he'd be like, all right, Shaun, you want to go for a game of snooker, a couple of drinks? I'd be like, can't, John.
What, after your brother?
No, this is before. And I'd be like, I can't, John, sorry, but I'm a bit busy, we'll have to rearrange it. And I thought I'd keep away from this geezer. And he effectively, you know, took my brother's life. So he got arrested, he got charged with murder, and then he got released. Charges dropped. Because the CPS said, if you believe you protect yourself or your property with reasonable force, you can't be charged with an offence. Now, a 20-stone man against a 10-stone 19-year-old boy who hadn't had any training in fighting, or he didn't have a fucking chance. This guy was trained to look after himself and take people out of clubs. He was a doorman, so he was a very dangerous man. So that to me is not reasonable force. But then I look at it, anyway, so I'll go into that later on. So So I'm sat there and I'm thinking, I fucking let him down as well. I let him down, and that's eating away at me, and I'm thinking about the people that let him down, that run away, and I'm going into a very, very dark place. So Christmas came, and again, I didn't speak to no fucker, and I sat there and I drank and I took drugs, and then I decided on the 1st of January, the 2nd of January, that's it, I'm going out. And I'm taking people with me. So, best case scenario, I was going to jail for the rest of my life. But in my head, I thought, I'm going to get took out. Someone's going to take my life, or the police will do it. So, on the 3rd of January, I went out that morning. My friend was coming back that day, and that's why I was going that day. So I went out, bought a balaclava, bought some duct tape, bought a set of kitchen knives, went back and was waiting. And he was supposed to arrive mid-afternoon. So 2, 3, 4 o'clock comes, he's not back. So I ring him up. Where are you? I'll be an hour. No worries. Now I'm in a total different town, and I've got to get the train back to Accrington. So I'm thinking, if it gets fucking later and I miss that train, that's my plan fucking gone. So I rings him up then, 6, 7 o'clock. Where are you? Oh, I won't be long, I'll be half an hour. 9 o'clock, you better fucking get a move on. 11 o'clock comes, knocks on the flat door. So I go down, I open the door. He comes in all fucking, and now he's going to be happy and cheerful and bouncy. He's just spent Christmas with his family. But in my head, I'm thinking, you fucking piss-taking fucker. So he said, have you had a good Christmas? Mine's been amazing. And I don't know what it was, but as soon as he said that, he was like, that's it. He was like, snap. Opened my jacket, I pulled the knife out, gripped hold of him, and I just started stabbing away. Obviously he went down. He made, obviously, like anyone, he make a lot of noise, and then it was silence. So I sat on the settee and I'm thinking, what do I do now? It was like all that anger had just gone. You know, it was like all this rage and anger I had disappeared. It was like I'd released it all. But when I was stabbing him, I wasn't looking at him. It was, I can't explain. I cannot explain. Even to this day, I can't explain what I was looking at. But I was not looking at him. It wasn't him. So I went through my phone. Didn't know how to ring someone, but who do I trust? Who do I fucking trust? So I go through my phone. No. Never trusted any of my friends. I don't trust nobody. Nobody. And even in relationships, I never fully trusted. And that was me. That was not the people. You know, that was not them. That was me. But I just could not give my everything in fear of being hurt. Because I just knew I couldn't handle it. So I then got to my uncle, which is ironic.
You phoned him?
Yeah, which was ironic. So, bear in mind, he's a criminal of, you know, a long time. So, if anything, I knew I could trust him. There's his criminal code. I've been in jail with him. He's not going to ring the police. So I ring him up. And I said, all right, how are you doing, bud? Who is it? I said, it's Shaun. Oh yeah, cock, what's going on? Now in Lancashire we say cock, like cocker. All right, cocker. And that's like mate, friend. So he said, all right, cock, how are you? I said, well, I'm in a bit of trouble. He went, how bad? I said, he's not getting up. What do you mean? I said, well, I think that's the end. I said, I think I've just killed someone. Oh, fucking hell. What do you need? I said, well, I'm going away. So I need a parcel. Now, for people who don't know, a parcel is drugs wrapped up in a few bags or condoms, tied up, and then it's put up the arse. So, and the reason I wanted the drugs was, yeah, to take them myself, but also I was going away with no money. I had nothing. You know, I weren't speaking to no family. I had a lot of family weren't speaking to me. So I needed to get myself on my feet when you get in jail, you know. You need to get all your tobacco, all your toiletries.
And is that what you're thinking of?
You get it. Yeah, I know I'm going to jail, so now I need to plan and get myself sorted. And this is what I'm saying, the rage had gone. I've released all this anger and rage. In that moment, it had gone. It was like a pressure cooker. Over the 2 weeks, that's best I can describe it, is every little incident I was thinking, every little person I was thinking about was going more and more and more. And it was like, to the point where as soon as you went, have you had a good Christmas? Mine's been amazing. It was like, bink. You know, so I'm thinking, I'm going away. I need a parcel. Yeah, no worries. Come down and we'll sort it out, and then we'll go see this. We've got the same solicitor. We'll go see Graham tomorrow. No worries. So I'm covered in blood. But even though I know I'm going away and I can think, right, I need this, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered that I'm going to be walking through Blackpool covered in, you know, in blood when people are out drinking. And so I get to the train station. I see the train coming. There's 2 in Blackpool.
Have you just left this guy?
Yeah, I've gone out. I've locked the door. I've chucked the keys. Don't ask me why, because I ain't got a clue. And I get to the car park. I see the train coming. I run across the car park, jump over the fence, jump on the train. Now, when I get on the train, there's no one on the train. It's empty. That then should have been like, ding. I sat down, and as soon as I sat down, where they came from, I do not know. But as soon as I sat down, there were guns in my face, they were screaming. It was just like, you know, your instant reaction is just to go, you know, fucking hands up. So, they put the handcuffs on me, stand me up, search me, take me to the van. Now, when they were taking to me to the van, this guy had hold of me, and he was like fucking Robocop. He had these earpieces in, and he had... You've seen it in prison when some of the officers go OTT on the kit to make themselves... You know what I mean, don't you? You got your normal officer, and you got ones who's got every fucking pouch. Yeah. He's got everything. You know, like a fucking SWAT. And even Mufti's the same. So he's got hold of me, and I'm not causing no trouble. And we get to the van, and I said, as we're getting to the van, I said, can you release the cuffs a bit? They're hurting. You know, let's get to the van. So we get to the van. He opens the first door, opens the cage. He says, right, just put your foot on that step, and I'll loosen him. So I put my foot on the step, and as soon as I put my foot on the step, I just got fucking pushed. You know what I mean? It was force, where I obviously flew into the back of the thing, hit the back, and that was it then. The anger was back. You know, so I'm now back up here. They get me to the police station, leave me in the van for 20 minutes or so. Open the door, and there's loads of them. So they come out, they grab hold of me, and they're being pretty rough, but they've got to keep control on me, haven't they? They've got to let me know they're in charge. So I get it. So I get to the desk, and they're surrounding me in like an half circle. So I'm at the desk, and they're right round me. But when I'm looking here, Robocop guy is stood on my right shoulder, but he's just got this smirk on his face, this smile. So I said, you think you're a tough guy? What you on about? I said, you launched me into a van like that. I said, does that make you feel tough? I'm in fucking handcuffs. Take me to the cell, take all your shit off, and come in. I will not put a complaint in, but fucking let's go in. So this sergeant is trying to get me attention, and I just turned it on him then, and I said a lot of stuff I shouldn't have said. So they said, right, take him to the cell. So they marched me to the cell. I go in the cell, they said, right, take your clothes off. So I just sat down on the bed. I said, take them if you want them. And as soon as I said that, they just dived on me, dragged me to the floor. But while they dragged me to the floor, the sergeant is giving me some rib shots. They stripped me off naked and just run out the cell. So to cut rest of whatever, so I got charged then.
What did they charge you with?
Charged me with attempted murder. So they charged me with attempted murder. I got taken to court, got remanded.
What were going through your head when you got arrested?
I fucked up.
Shall I tell you a nightmare I used to have, I haven't for a long time? Well, waking up in prison with like 30 years to do.
What went through my head? I fucked up. I didn't do what, I didn't go through with what I had planned. I failed it again. That's what was going through my head. The years I wasn't bothered. I'd already resigned the fight before I did it. That was the best case scenario. I had nothing outside.
Were you suicidal?
Not at that time, no.
You just wanted to hurt someone else?
Yeah, I just had, it was like I had something in my stomach. It was horrible. So I get remanded. I go on a detox wing because obviously I had to give him a piss test. As soon as you go in, you have to take a drug, give him a drug test. Obviously it come up with cannabis, heroin, and there was something else. So that must have been bashed. So they put me on this detox wing, and I refuse any meds. Do you know what I mean? I'm not addicted. I had the painkillers, but by them, I'd come up weaned off them. I wasn't like at it like I was when I was like a teenager. So I refused meds. They put me in with someone, and I said, I shouldn't go into a cell with someone. Doesn't matter what you want. You're twoing up. All right, no worries, but I'm letting you know, you shouldn't put someone in a cell with me.
When was this about?
This was 2010.
Should have been doing self-sharing risk assessments.
Well,
someone like you.
So they said no. So I said, right. So guy was up all night. You know, he's coming off drugs and all he's doing is yap. And I'm saying, I'm trying to get to sleep. Stop fucking talking to me. You know, and he carried on and he shoved to a point where I jumped off the bed, fucking gripped him by the throat and said, you got two options here. You press that fucking bell now and say, get me out of here. I feel for my life. Or you're getting it. Make the fucking choice and make it fast. So he was like, on the bell, I need to get out of here. He's nuts. So they take it, this is late at night. So obviously a lot of palaver then, isn't there? Oscar 1 and all this. So.
What nick were it?
Preston. But they were there in minutes. You know, they were rapid, which doesn't really happen a lot, does it, on nights?
Oh.
You know, they were there fast. Took him out the cell. Next morning I come out, and there was an SO called Mr. Whittle, and he was from Wigan. So his accent's just like mine. And the abuse he used to give me, this was later on, so I didn't know Mr. Whittle then. So I've come out, and he said, come here, I want a word with you. What do you call me? Longshanks. Come here, Longshanks. So I go down, get in there. So I go in the office, he said, what's going on? So I said, I told people not to put someone in a cell. But it's prison, you're going to have to get used to that. I said, no, I'm not. So I said, look, this is what I've been charged with. I'm not right. I've got a lot of anger inside. I need that space where I can just take myself away. I said, but if I lose my temper and the door's locked, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to give you that warning.
Did you see any medical staff
No.
when you went in?
No.
No nurse or anything?
No. So he went, right, do you want a cleaning job? I said, yeah, fucking right. So he said, right, you're going into a cleaning cell. He said, oh, cleaners have got a 2-up. I said, well, I've not got a cleaner's job. He went, just fucking calm yourself down. This was probably one of them blokes. He didn't bother what sort of mood I was in. He'd be like, just fucking give it a rest. Do you know what I mean? Calm yourself down.
Did you like him?
Yeah, because he was brutal, but he was brutally honest. He didn't say anything to try to offend you or upset you. He fucking said it how it was. And I've always got on with people like that.
Straight to the point, mate.
That's the best way. There's no point going around houses. So he said, right, you're going in on your own. But if you want someone in with you, come and tell us and we'll put him in. If it's a friend or a family member. Anyway, a few weeks later, I had a relative come in. And it was like a long distant cousin to my dad. So I go to Mr. Whittle, I say, oh, look, he's a family member, he's my dad's cousin. You know, he's in with someone he doesn't like. Can we put him in with me? Are you going to be all right with that? I said, yeah. The first night, he wanted to put this fucking stupid film on, and I went, football's on. No, I'm watching this film. Football's on. I'm watching this film. No, it is. Got up to the sink, snapped my razor, took the fucking plug out. She said, what are you doing? I said, sure, yeah. Cut the fucking plug off. I said, no, I couldn't watch nothing. So I sat there all night. He was on the bottom bunk. he had a medical issue, which obviously that's what a lot of people seem to say, to get the bottom bunk. So I just sat on the chair all night, which made him very fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah,
so
I
the
think
next morning, put the shit, what shit he had into a bag. As soon as door opened, I took it to the office, put it down, and Whittle again. Longshanks, where you going? I said, nowhere, but he fucking is. What? So I told him what happened. He went, that's it. There's no more cell. There's no more fucking touring up for you. So things weren't too bad. Then I went to court. And it was, you're just going to get double figures. This was from probation, when they did pre-sentence, my solicitor, my barrister. You'll get double figures. There's 10 things that they've got to tick off for an IP to give you IPP.
Yep.
You do not tick them all. So you're going to get double figures. Right. So the judge goes on and he's obviously slating me and telling me what he thinks. Then he says, I'm giving you 16 years I.P.P, but you need to do 8 before you go for tariff. Right, no worries. You can start going for parole at 8 year. Right, no worries. So I didn't know. I just thought it was like, oh, do you know what I mean?
I don't understand it.
No, I just thought 8 years, I go for parole. Sweet. I come out, and the woman and the guy, they obviously come out with me. And the woman's like, are you alright, love? And I'm like, yeah. She said, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And they looked at each other as all like, is this guy, does he understand what's just happened, or is he fucking, like, for real? So I get taken back to Preston, I go on the wing. This officer comes up to me and says, hey, Shaun, what happened? So I told her, how you feeling? I said, hungry. Is my tea under surgery? And she went, what? I said, is my tea under surgery? She went, yeah. When you got your tea, go see Wayne. Now, Wayne's done a lot of jail. Sensible, he was the listener. Quite a sensible guy. And I got on great with him. So I went in, I sat down, eating my tea, and he's like talking away. And then he's telling me then, and he's like, right, don't go through your sentence well behaved, because that's not you, do you know? Because when you come up for parole, you've never had any, you've not had no nickings. They're gonna go look at his record outside, look at it in jail. He's blagging, he's full of shit. They need to see you being you and just being real, do you know? So you're gonna get nickings, but just be you. Right. The next morning I come out, Longshanks, get the year. Oh, by then I'd been in on remand about 8-9 months. So I'd put some weight on. So it went from Longshanks to fat lad. So he went, fat lad, come here, fat lad. And that's how he'd speak. So I went to office. He went, what happened yesterday? So I told him, he went, do you understand it? I said, yeah. Are you sure? I went, yeah. He went, come here. So I went up to, he had his computer on. And he went, look at this. And there was a thing, my picture. It's obviously your nomis or whatever you can look at. And he went, what does that say? And he said, sentence. And he went, what does that say? And I looked, I said, 99 years. He went, you got 99 years. I said, no, 8 years. And he went through it then. And it was like everything just crumbled.
People don't understand, do they? I've said this, I've seen lads come back with an I.P.P, not understand it. Yeah. And they want, everyone always asks for the paperwork with your earliest release date on, parole date. And you give it them and it says 99 years on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it was like, shit. So straight away I said, Mr. Whittle, I said, you need to get me to a life of jail. Let me go get allocations. Now, private jails, in fact, even black and whites, HMPs are like this now, aren't they? It used to be prison officers used to do your allocations.
Yeah, of course they did.
They'd come and see you, they'd interview you.
Yeah, of course they did.
They'd go away and they'd go, right, it's B cat, C cat, A cat, risk, you know, do your risk, whatever. I don't know how they do your scores, but they go, right, that's what his risk. He has to go to this establishment or this category. So for people in other countries, we have 4 categories. A-cat being high security, long-term as life, as people never getting out. B-cat, which is obviously next. C-cat, more open, that's for people not
Less
serious
risk.
offence,
Yeah,
less
less
risk.
risk.
Then D-cat is an open jail. So he came and seen me the allocations, probably about hour after I spoke to Mr. Whittle. Come down, he said, where do you want to go? I said, I want to go to Cat A. I want to go to dispersal. And he went, no, you don't. I said, yeah, I do. I've got this sentence. I cannot. And being on remand used to wind me up because I'd see, especially being in the induction wing, because I'd got a job on there. I lived on there then.
Yeah.
The amount of times I'd see the same people in, out. They'd go out. I'm not back. I won't be back again. They'd literally be back the next day. You know, you'll seen it. Back
Well,
same
fair,
fucking day. Within an hour. And it used to wind me up.
You're warm enough.
It's getting a bit warm, innit?
Yeah.
So, and that used to wind me up because I think I've got this sentence and I'm sick. So anyway, because when they come off the streets, like they're still on the street, I needed to get into that prison. You know, I needed to get. So I said, and he's like, no, you don't. I'm going to send you to a B-cat. If you go to dispersals, the possibility is you're going to do more stuff. It's more security. And he went, we'll send you to a B-cat. And that way, you can work down faster. And they're not as, like, rigorous. This, like, the rules and the regime. I said, nice one, where am I going? He said, Loudon Grange. Private jail, it's got this. And I thought, I can do my time there. I'd heard people talk about it. Private jail, it's a cushy jail. Good wages. Which private jails are, you get better wages than black and white. Because you're working for proper companies.
People might not understand that. If you do jobs in jail,
yeah,
you know, you work in kitchens or whatever you do, you actually get paid some money for it.
yeah.
But private sector, you know, pays a good few quid more, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I went there. I went on the induction. First day I opened the door and there's someone there on the bed, and I went, shut the door, I'm not going in there. I said, you need to look at my file. And this seems to be the problem throughout the jail. No one reads who's this person.
Do you know, I'm finding this incredulous because CSRA's self-sharing risk assessment, yeah? So big lad here, you're looking at his file, his security file. Somebody should be interviewing you when you go into prison. Nurse, looking at high risk. They should look on wing, high risk. You know, good example, if someone's a racist, yeah,
don't put them in with.
Then, you know, they can go in perhaps with another white person, but not in with someone from ethnic background. And it seems to me that.
So I seen a nurse, but it was just like, you got any disabilities, any health problem, blah, blah, blah. How you feeling? Fine, go. And that was it. So I said, you need to go back to my file and check it. He went, are you refusing to go in that cell? I said, yeah. Right, I'm going to put you on report. I said, do what you need to. But then you're going to get in the shit because the governor's then going to say, why have you not read his file? And as soon as I said that, he was like, well, I'll put you in this cell for now, and I'll come back to you. So then he didn't come back to me. About an hour later, association, I come out, went straight up to him. He was sat there with a couple of others, officers on the table, and I went, what's going on? And he went, nothing, yeah, you're right, we made a mistake, you know, we didn't realise. We made a mistake, sorry, I made a mistake here. It was we. We'd made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Right, so I did my induction, went on another wing. I didn't know anyone. There was no one from, like, local. You know, I'm in a jail where I don't know anyone. And so I go in to play snooker, and there's a queue. Now, in jail, when you go snooker, table, pool, or whatever the thing is, table tennis, when you go up and there's a group of people, you automatically say who's last. And then someone will say, you know, Johnny will say, I'm last, and you go, right, I'm after you. So then when the next person, you go, I'm after you. We keep it into, you know, because we have our rules as well.
Yeah, of course you do.
You know, the unwritten rules, and it keeps it. So there's like 5 people, I walk in, there's 6, there's 2 playing. And this big tall lad walks in, you know, he's got his pants fucking down here, and he's got his little, you know, but he's taller than me.
Got a stone in his shoe when he walks.
But he was taller than me, and he's part of a gang, a well-known gang in the Midlands. But I didn't know this then. So he went, oh, that was it. He went and picked up and what you do, whoever's next on the table takes the triangle.
Yeah.
You know, so you get the triangle, you're next. The lad hadn't picked it up, so he walked in and picked that up. And he went, I'm next. So straight away I said, no, I'm last, buddy, you're after me. And you're like, look, you know, he sucked his teeth. So I said, you suck your fucking teeth all you want. I'm last. You were after me. You know, and he starts this talk that they have, and so, but his ranting is not directly threatening, but he's ranting. So I come out and I thought, right, I'm gonna have to be careful here because I don't know anyone. I haven't got anyone to watch my back. He's part of a group. He's loud. So for a couple of days, nothing happens. And then we're waiting to queue up for dinner, and you had to go into the servery, round the servery and back out another door. You got, the office was on the twos on the second landing. So you got an officer sat in there, which really should have been on the wing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the other officer is serving the food with the lads in the service, so you can't see shit that's going on the wing. Someone goes to slash a lad up back of his head. And they get, anyway, fighting and they get split up. But they're part of the same group. So all the other mates have split them up. The one who's tried slash goes up onto the twos. Goes into his cell, comes out, he's got a glass jar. Launches down, that smashes. This lad goes in his cell and they're chucking glass jars and cups. Things are smashing on the landing. You got the officer in the servery, carries on serving the food like he doesn't hear it. And the other one sat in the office with the office door open. And it was only their mates that, after a few minutes, they calmed it, stopped it. When you're hearing glasses and cups, mugs, all smashing, instantly they should have been out from the office, out the servery and on it.
Listen, they don't even have to get in there, do they? They hit a bell.
Yep. Press that,
You know,
and within seconds,
troops arrive.
off, and they fucking arrive. But they haven't even come out. And I thought, and that was my first instant then, I could be in serious trouble here.
That's a dangerous place to be, innit?
Someone's going to attack me, I'm in trouble. So they made UPVC windows and doors in that jail. So I go up to a lad that a few doors down, I'd got speaking to him, and I said, I need 2 shanks. Now 2 shanks are prison knives. He went, what do I make them? I said, right, your UPVC windows have got your metal brackets. You know when you open it out, you got the metal brackets, ain't you, that's on the frame and on the window. I said, get 2 of them, glue them together. They use this thingy glue, put them together, and then cut it in an angle. I need one that long, and I need one shorter. Right, no worries. So the next day he comes back, and
Would that your first thought? Just get weapon.
I'm gonna have tools on me. I'm gonna have them in my cell. If he comes at me, because he's still looking at me, glaring, there's that tension amongst him.
How
and his
many's on
mates.
wing there? About 80 odd.
No, it's about 120.
And 2 staff.
2 staff on that shift.
Okay.
So he goes, the lad goes, comes back that day, shows him me. I give him his ounce of tobacco. And then he says, I've got something else for you. I've got some ammonia. And I went, what the fuck? What's that supposed to do? Make someone drink it? He went, no, you bash it in their eyes. He said, they know about it. I said, no, I get fucking rid of that. So I got rid of that. So there were only me and him knew. So I'm in the cell and I'm making handles. So I made these cloth handles and glue it. The reason I make handle is when you actually use it, if it's just metal, it's just going to slide out your hand. When you need something so you can plunge out. So the window's opened about that much out. So I velcroed the handle, one side of the handle, velcro inside the frame of the window. Because when they come in to do LBBs, they just press the thing outside, press this, they come in, they press the emergency, your cell bell, turn it off, everything all right, and walk away. So they don't even come bang at windows.
Where do you get Velcro from?
We had it for our curtains.
All right.
So they didn't even do them. So I noticed they didn't do checks. So I velcroed inside the window frame. And then when you come in the cell, on your right, you got your sink, you got like a partition for your toilet. So I had a shelf, obviously the sink, the corner of the partition, that's the wall, the door's here. I had a shelf, but you could take the shelf off. So what I'd done is I'd took the shelf, I'd cut inside, and I'd put the little one in there, put that. So wherever it was in my cell, I could quickly grab my my
How long
weapon.
did it take you to work that out?
So I'd already knew as soon as I told him, this is what I need, right, where do I IDs, get it all planned. So only me and him knew. So I make these handles, I put them in the place, I come out, I use the CMS machine, which is where you do your menus, you book your visits, you can send applications to different departments, where you used to do it on paper.
Yeah.
And it'd take a long time to get back. Now, you just go on a CMS, most jails have them, and you do it directly, you know, send the direct message and the application. So I use that, then I go see someone, and when I come back out the cell, I see the lad who's giving me the shanks walking away from the group of lads. Now in the group of lads is, you know, is the tall guy, which I don't want to say his name, so I think, fuck, that's a bit weird. But I thought he doesn't know that that's why I've got him, you know. But I knew straight away, if something kicked off, I was on my own, you know, so I'm tooled up and I'm ready. That night, everyone bangs up. That night, as soon as everyone banged up, 5-10 minutes later, my door cracks open. There's 2 officers come in, and there's 2 stood outside the cell. So he comes in, he went, cell search. So yeah, no worries, Gov. You got anything in here you shouldn't have? Yes. What have you got? So I've got 3 litres of hooch under my bed that I was brewing.
Did you have 3 litres?
Yeah. So he was lucky, because I used to have more than that. Because then you distill it, and when you distill it, it's like pure alcohol then, it's just see-through clean. A litre of that's like 50 quid. You know, it's just pure alcohol. So I used to brew it, I'd give it to someone else, he'd distill it, then he'd give it to someone else, he'd sell it, and then I get paid, he gets paid. And
I've never known it being distilled. People just used to drink it like...
Oh, not now, it's not, it's distilled. And what they do is you got your hooch, you get 2 wires, you get a plug with your lead, whatever it is. So if you're chopping it off, I don't know, whatever you chop, whatever electrical is. So you've just got the plug and you've got the wire, you think of the ends, so you've just got the little metal inside.
Yeah.
Plug it in, put it into the hooch. What that does, then it sparks, but eventually it starts brewing. You book it, you have a bag, you tape it round. Once you put your wires, you tape it round, bring it up with just a pipe from the end into a bottle. So while that's brewing, the steam is the alcohol, and it just drops. You could spend all night, I think the lad used to spend, because it'd just be a drop, dink, dink, until it filled up. So what have you got anything? Yeah, 3 litres of hooch. Right, so I pull it from under the bed. Is that all you've got? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. I'm going to give you one more chance. Is there anything in here we're going to find? I said, no. Right, go step outside.
Are you in cell on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get my strip search, I go out onto the landing, they pull the door to, and within like 2 minutes the door open, come in. So when I walked in, the 2 shanks were on the table. So he said, what are them for? I said, well, they're not for clipping toenails, are they? What have you got them for? So, what do you think I've got them for? You're asking a stupid fucking question. So they're right, you're going down the block. So what had happened was, it must have got out, it must have got back, or it could have been a setup. But the lad had obviously told that geezer, and somehow it had got to the officers, you know, so that's how quick they got on it. So they take me down the block, I'm on GOAD, I get moved from there to Dovegate, I get moved
from Dovegate. Did you go from Loudon Grange block to Dovegate? To
Dovegate block. From the block, they moved me back to Preston. Block. Preston, Forest Bank, block.
Segregation, that, guys. It's like, it's where all bad boys are. But if you're in the segregation unit, you know, you move to another segregation unit, another prison.
So, and then, but when I was going to these jails, they were putting me in the block, and then they're saying, we don't want him here. We don't want him, get him out. So I'd get moved again. It's weird how prisons could say, we don't fucking want him. So anyway, I get them moved back to Dovegate. And everything's going all right. And then one day, they come to do a cell search, and there was this one he'd only just finished his training. He came on the wing and it was like, he wanted to stamp his authority, you know, but he just looked like one of them young, pretty boys that you see going to uni or college. So no one took him serious. So, but that seemed to make him worse. Are we all right for time?
Yeah, we're all right, mate.
That seemed to make him worse. That no one listened to him. So he'd gone to do a cell search. While I'm stood on the landing, pillar gets chucked out on landing. So I go back, pick the pillar up. I open the door. As soon as I open the door, there's two of them in there. Get out, get out. I said, you're chucking my fucking pillar on floor for. You've got two pillars. You're only supposed to be issued one. Right. One of them's mine that I have bought. It is, you can see, it's not a fucking prison pillar. Keep it down a bit, I think.
You're right.
So, people walking past and I'm swearing. So I said, you can see it's not a prison pillar. Do you know what I mean? Why you just chuck my stuff? Even got my pillowcase on. Have some fucking respect. So he's like, you can't talk to me like that. I'm talking to you like that. You disrespect me, I'm fucking disrespecting you. I said, you coming on here with your fucking draconian, you're trying to want to try to chuck your weight around. I said, no one takes you serious.
It causes problems, doesn't it?
No one takes you fucking serious. So why don't you be yourself? Do you know what I mean? So trying to chuck your weight around because it's going to cause you fucking problems. And he went, is that a threat? I said, no, I'm being real. It's going to cause you problems. Well, someone's going to stick it on you. You know, you're in a BCAT jail full of violent... Dove gets BCAT as well. You're in a BCAT jail full of violent people. At some point, it's not going to be tolerated. So, they finished the search, banged me up. I said, I need to clean my cell out. You know, I'd made a mess. I need to sweep and mop my cell. You'll do it later. Slammed the door and walked off. 10 minutes later, they come back with SEG officers. Come on, you're going down the SEG. What for? Threatening and abusive language. Alright, so we walk down. I'm in the block. I'm down there for a couple of weeks. Get put on another wing. I get losses and loss of canteen, loss of association, put on basic. Get put on another wing. And within a couple of days, I end up having a fight with someone. Back down the block. So while I'm down the block, I must have been down the block 9 months.
9 months?
Yeah. Longest was 16 months I did.
9 months?
Yeah. You just kept reviewing it. No, we'll see in 2 weeks. We'll see in 2 weeks.
For what reason? Were you causing problems that block?
No. What
were you saying to him?
Nothing. I was just going in. To do them, like, stupid reviews every, you know. But it's some fucker who don't even know you.
Well, of course it is.
So he'd come down and he'd look at my file. No, I can't deal with it. I think, no, I'm going to put you on another 2 weeks. You're problematic, you're violent, you've been done with weapons. We don't know what to do with you yet. So...
Did you speak to a governor?
I loved... Well, governors used to come round each day and I'd just ignore them.
Nothing, all right, okay.
Because they got everything all right, but it'd be like, everything all right, ready to move on.
Yeah.
There's no like, right, is everything all right, you know?
Not listening.
No, it's like everything all that, because they have to do it by law. And they just fuck off. So I'd just ignore, I'd just read my book. Do you know, do you want a shower? Yes, please. Do you know, I'd still be respectful. Manners, yes, please. Get my shower, go back in. So I've been down there 9 months. The last, probably around about 6, 7 months, my depression really went bad. Where I've always liked being on my own. I feel safe on my own. But my head started to go, like, I don't know, like, my head was going. And I was going back into that dark place again. And I've got my thoughts and there's only so much reading you can do before you get pissed and off and bored. And then my thoughts come back. And so I decided, I thought, right, it got to the point where I was just crying all the time. But I didn't know what I was crying about. And I just thought, that's it, I've had enough. I'm fucking ending it. So I thought, right, to do the tea, to do the last check about 7:45. I wait till they do the last check. Now, down in this block, they do that check, And then they won't do a check then till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
We've talked about this, haven't we? About people who know exactly if they're going to take their own life, when they're going to do it, especially in segs and that.
Yeah.
They know the routine. They know when people are going to come and check.
Yeah. Like you'll get some officers that are rigorous every hour, check. They'd go off for a week. While they're off for that week with someone else, they come back. So you know which officer as well. You know, the ones who just fucking have a kip, and then there's ones who are doing the job. So I thought, I've had enough. You know, I've had enough. I'm a disappointment. And again, I don't want people to sound like I want people to feel sorry for me. I want people to understand what mental health really is. What can really happen to your mind if you don't speak, if you don't go through what's going on, and what can eventually happen and what will happen.
Sorry for segregation units. Yeah, it's literally an hour out of cell. If you get your exercise and a shower, and some segs you come out and collect your meal, so it is literally 23-hour bang up. You know, there's a reason that they're not supposed to be kept down there. It's reason supposed to be checked. But pretty much all the prison system at the minute is...
They're against me.
And
so I thought, that's it. I can't do this no more. And it'd just be easier if I was dead. One, no one's going to give a shit. No one's going to give a shit that I've gone.
Are you having any visits?
No. They put me on closed. They put me on closed visits, so I couldn't be around other inmates and other members of the public. So it weren't like I got closed visits for drugs or out like that. So I stopped my visit. I'd not spoke to anyone in fact, I'd not spoke to anyone since I'd been down the block. Not phone calls, no nothing. And I thought, you know, it'd be easier. If I'm not here, I'm not going to have to go through all this for the rest of my life. Sat in a fucking block. No one's going to fucking miss me. No, I can't go through this.
Did you, in that time, crack on with any officers? You know, was there someone that you did get on with?
Not one would speak. Not one would fucking speak to me. Whether I were on the wing or... They would just like... They'd be worried. It was weird because it weren't like I was like walking around strutting. How I am now is how I was on the wing. You know, I'm polite, my manners, I want to like helping. But then as soon as someone wants to take the piss, my anger would just go, you know, Jekyll and Hyde, exactly what it was. So I waited till he'd done his last check. I made the razors, so I did, got my toothbrush. I melted the end, I got the 2 blades. And what the people do in jail when they go slash someone is get 2 blades, put them really close together. So when they slash, there's 2 slash marks. But because there's only a bit of skin in the middle, they cannot sew it up. And that's why when you see people with scars, that's why, because they can't sew it.
Yeah.
So I put the 2 blades, so then I cut, and they couldn't fucking stitch it up. You know, more chance. Just make sure that I did it. So I made, and I started to feel like some sort of relief that, you know, it's going to be over this. You know, just like when I took the cocodamol, this is going to be over. So I made them, put it down, I was smoking a fag. I thought, I'll finish this fag, and I had the radio on. And I didn't really used to listen to the radio, but I had the radio on, but it was on really low. And this song started playing, and I turned it up a little bit, and I'd never heard it before. And while I'm listening to this song, and I'm listening to these lyrics,
it's alright, kid. You alright? Is it like you were there?
yeah, fucking hell. Whew, right, so...
Take a minute, kid.
I am alright. So I'm listening to these lyrics, and they meant something. And I don't really want to go into it because, but, you know, it took me back It's probably one of the only times that I were happy. So I'm listening to this song and I'm listening to the lyrics, and I just broke down. You know, and I'd probably let's say I fucking cry. I started to cry a lot, but it wasn't this sort. This was like I was fucking letting everything out. You know, this was a proper like. And I stopped. And I thought, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving people satisfaction. I'm not fucking taking myself out. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So I snapped the thing up. Got rid of my blades, got rid of the toothbrush, and I'm still here. 2 days later, come to my cell. I'd just gone and got my dinner, come back, locked the door, and it was good because it was a BLT, and you only get them like once a month, and I'll be like, fucking look. When you're in jail, one thing you don't get is bacon, a lot, very rare. So to have a BLT, it's like, ooh, so I just about to bite into it. He opened my door and said, give me my clothes, because when you're in the block, you've got to wear prison issue, greys. So he gave me my clothes, my normal clothes, and said, get your clothes on, pack your kit up. You're moving. I said, oh, what wing am I going? He went, no, you're going out of the jail. I said, oh, where am I going? He said, Garth. I was like, that's good, it's a local jail.
Yeah.
It's right next door to Weimar, it's the local jail. Brilliant. I said, rough as fuck, but I thought, brilliant. It's getting closer to my home, to people I know. So, get on whatever bits I had that I were allowed in the seg into a bag, walk into reception. I was walking to reception with Sin, another officer. So, the seg officer shouted over to him. He obviously reception, but I didn't know this. He went, give him my surname, I've got Shaun here for transfer. He went, all right, yeah. So me, on the ball, said to him, what jail am I going to, Gov? Because you never trust a word of, you know, when you're getting shipped out, they tell you what you want to hear, so you get on the bus, so you don't kick off. So I'd learnt that one. So straight away I went, what jail am I going to, Gov? And he went, Park. And as soon as he said that, these two looked at each other, and his face to him was like, oh, you fucking knobhead. You dickhead. So I said to him, I said, where's Park, Gov? Oh, it's just on the border of Wales, he said, just before you go into Wales. Fucking naive me. Oh, I said, that's not too bad then. So we're on the bus, we get into Wales. I've been on the bus for hours. About 2 hours in Wales, another 2 hours later, we pull up at a petrol station. So the guy comes up, these two worked at Park, so what they'd done is they'd brought someone and took me back. So he said, all right, lad. I said, yeah, not bad. I said, how far off is this jail? Couple of hours yet. I said, couple of hours? I said, I were only told it were on borders before going into Wales. He went, no, he said, it's at the arse end of Wales. It's South Wales, it's at the arse end. I said, that's what, and he went, yeah, they told you that to get you on the bus. So he didn't kick off. I was like, ah. Now, Welsh lads in English jails get the piss taken out of them. You know, the taffies, the accent. Yeah. And I'd always been told people from South Wales hate the English. Like Northern Irish.
North Wales.
Right. Well, I always thought it was the South Wales. You know, like all parts. Scotland, the same, they've got a part that hate English. Ireland, you know, Northern Irish. And the Welsh. So I thought, fuck, you know, they've done me here. They've sent me here thinking we'll teach you a lesson. Now, what they do when you're I.P.P, they can't give you extra time. Like, someone can't come in and give you days. So there's no punishment because I've got 99 years. So what they do is they send people as far away from home as possible. So it affects you, it affects your family, ruins your visits. That's the way of getting back at you. So I get to this jail, probably the best thing that ever happened. So I get to this jail, it's late at night. They said, look, we'll have to bring you down tomorrow and go through your prop. You know, we'll just give you bits now, and then, you know, what do you want? I said, I need my coffee, I'm getting a headache, I need my coffee. I used to get headaches when I didn't have my coffee.
Fucking hell.
Do you know, I'm like, even now I drink like an energy drink every day and coffee. So I said, I need my coffee, I need a towel, some, you know, some soap and that. No worries. So I get up to the wing, everyone's locked down. Come out the next day, and it was like I'd just been put into a new world. You know, the people walking past, all right, bat. And I'm like, what? Some of them you couldn't even understand. So, oh no, so he'd say that. So anyway, I go down to the office, and I hadn't took my cup. So you had to be on enhanced. They said, we haven't gone through your thing. Now, I wasn't enhanced, so they wouldn't let me take my cup. So I go down to the office, I'm dying for a brew, and the office is full. And I said to this woman, Caris, she was called, and I said, morning, miss. I said, I come in last night, it was late, I've not got my prop. I said, can I have a cup, please? And she's looking at me, what? And I said, can I have a cup? A cup? Oh, she said, you mean a cap? And I went, what? You mean a cap? And I went, there's no E in it. It's a cup. No, and she's trying to like, no, it's not cup, it's cap. So they're all pissing themselves. So this officer said, I'll get you one, but. And I went, what? I thought you were like insulting me. What? What, you could like, something like calling someone an arsehole or something. What? And he went, what? I said, what did you just say? He went, what? I said, what are you calling me? He went, no, that's our way of saying bud, like butty. So I said, right. So they all started laughing now. So they were all right. So I walked away.
When is this about, year? Sort of.
What, into my sentence?
Yeah, is it like 2012, 2013?
215.
215.
It was, yeah. So on the wing, and I don't know anyone, and people's accents and all that. Then I end up having an argument with someone on the server here. I've come down, it was fish day, fish Friday, fish day. I used to love my fish and chips. So I come down, and I don't know what he thought, I don't know what he wanted to try. But the fish he went to give me was like half size of all the others. And I said, can I have that one, please, pal? No, you're having that. No fucking worries, I'll see you after. Put the tray down and walked off. Now, I'm never one for screaming and shouting on the landing, because I don't want officers to hear it.
Yeah.
So I put the tray down, I'll see you after.
Well, the people who don't want to fight, don't you?
Yeah, because they go, rah, 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 rah. So straight away, officers are on it, split you up, calm it down. So I said, I'll see you later. Put the tray down and walked off. And an officer said, are you not eating? And I said, no, I don't like what's on, Gov. I've got some stuff in my pad. All right, so I walked away. I don't know what got said on the survey. I don't know what happened. But we banged up. While we were on bang up, an officer comes and said, you're moving. What? You're moving. So I get moved wing. So I'm on another wing. And it's not too bad. I go into the workshop one day and I was a QC. So in all the workshops, everyone's got their own jobs and you work up your jobs to get better jobs. Now the QC is the best job.
What's QC?
The quality control.
Right.
So they were making, of all things, panic alarms. Yeah. You have in banks in your house where you press the button, so like a block with a red button on top. They were making the casings and putting all like the button and all the nuts and all that shit, sending them off to another company. So I was a QC. So I'd go around, I'd say to one lad, I need these many pieces soldering, that's the order. Make sure everyone's got the work.
Yep.
They'd come in to me, give me the box, and then I'd just do my checks.
Private nicking it, this.
Yeah, which is for a company. So I put it on the pallet. So this one day I'm sat there and this lad walks in, long ponytail. We walked straight up to Colin, who was the instructor. So he's not a prison officer, he's a civvy, but he's an instructor. And straight away, and Colin was ace. I really like Colin, I respected Colin. I've been fucking sent here, he said, but that don't mean I have to fucking work. So I looked at him and I thought, I'm going to have issues with this fucker. So Colin's like, listen, you've been sent over here to work. Sit down, do your work. So he sits down and he's getting the menial jobs. But when he's doing his casings and it goes to the next one, they put something in, then it goes to a solderer. Well, he's waiting because the solderer's saying, I need my work. I can't do it until him. And he's just really taking his time. So I don't say anything, I think, right, keep it calm. So a couple of hours later, he stood up and he stood in the corner of the workshop and he's talking with his cellmate, drinking a brew. So it weren't brew time. Now, you can make a brew, but as long as you sat at your table drinking it, working. Most jails, you're not allowed to do that, but Colin was laid back. As long as you've got a coffee, as long as you're doing your work, don't mind you talking, listening to music, treat it as you're in work. So Colin comes out, says, oh, blah, blah, can you come and sit down? It's not break time, and he just exploded. You know, if I want to fucking speak to my pad, mate, I'll do what I fucking want. So I thought, right, you're mine now. So he was my target. So I thought, I'm just going to wait for him to give me that opportunity, and I'm going to fucking take him out. So there was the casings come back to me. So it was the lad next to him come and like, he's a bit timid and not confrontational. I meant, look, I don't want to say out to him, but look at this, blah, blah. So I go up to him and I say, look, pal, I understand you don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. No one wants to be here. Just crack on. But you're doing this wrong. Can I show you how to do it a bit easier? I don't need to be shown how to put washers and screws in. I said, but you're putting it in and you've got a metal piece, screw here and a screw here. The soldering thing goes in here. Now, because he was doing it that tight and pushing it down, he was bending that metal strip. So I said, but you're going too hard, you're bending. Can I just show you? I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs. I just want to make your life easier. So, Colin, don't get on your bike. Do you know? I don't fucking need to be shown this. So I said, no worries. So I went and sat down, and he'd had trouble with some others as well. So they're talking about it. So.
You bubbling now?
Yeah, I'm inside, I'm thinking like, I'm getting it. He's getting it. So, and he'd said something to this young lad. The young lad was a YO, but he was on the cons. And he'd said something to him, and so I said to him, oh, come here. So he'd come up, the YO, and he was Ace. I nearly said his name then. So I said, right, listen, do you want to get your own back? He went, yeah. Right. I said, when you walk past him, cut his ponytail off. And he went, what? Because he was constant taking his thing out, brushing it. He was saying he was French, and he fucking wasn't. Lived in France for a few months, but he told everyone he was French. So he's brushing it, and he was always brushing it. So I said, walk behind him and cut it. As soon as you cut it, get off. And he went, but what if you... I said, you won't. As soon as you do it and move, you're going to be behind me. I will be in your way. So, one, I wanted Sterry to get his own back for this fucking older guy trying to, like, you know, think he could, like, mug him off because he's a kid. But then I needed just that reason. So Sterry walked behind him. He's panicking that much. He's got hold of his ear, and as soon as he's gone like that, guys jumped up and went to hit him. But when he's went to hit him and he's like, the kid's run off, I just gave it him. You know, come under, his arm was out, I just come under it and just, that was it, I just whacked him. So he went down. I'd only hit him once, but he went down and he had some cuts, and I got took back to the wing, and I thought that would be it, just be a nicking, you know. But he was an arrogant fucker to all the officers. People fucking hated him. And I'm not just saying that, he was disliked. Well, he was one of them that's fucking disliked. So I thought, I'll just get a nicking. But Paul, who's, you know, Paul's like one of my best friends. He was a prison officer. So Paul come and see me, he was the nicking officer. And I'd never really spoke with Paul. I didn't know how to take him. He was, again, he's straight to the fucking point. But it was like, I thought, no, I'm not going to like this guy. Then he just looked aggressive, or he just didn't, I don't know what it was. So he's come, and he's opened my door. Can I come and sit down? I said, yeah, because I'm in a double cell, but there's a bed here and there's a bed on the other side, they're not double beds. So I said, yeah, sit down. So he sat down and he's like, what happened? So I told him, he went, I've seen the CCTV. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. He said, I keep rewinding it and watching it. He said, it was a corker. So I said, what'll happen? He went, you'll just get a fucking nicking. He said, you'll have some losses, but deal with that. Got it? I said, yeah. Now, I went to go have the nicking the next day, and the governor went, the director, who's, private jails are called directors, but the governor's director said, I've got to adjourn it for the police. And I said, Governor, can I speak? He's like, yeah. I said, Gov, I said, I only hit him once. I said, why? You don't need to bring police in for that. He said, it's not us. He said, I want to deal with it now. you've cut him and you've got a bit of a shiner, you know. He's pressing charges. He's requesting the police. And I was like, what? I didn't know that could happen. So police came in. Obviously cautioned you, interviewed me, got charged. Got taken to court in Bridgend. And it was mad. The prosecutor was, only thing he was going on about was this guy's offences.
His offences?
Yeah, the victim's offences. This is what this person's in jail for. So he was portraying it to show, guy's not a victim. Don't assume, you know, because he's been attacked, that, you know, it's more or less the same.
Yeah.
You know, you live in that world.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, so the judge was like, I'll give you 6 months concurrent, because I can't give you any consecutive. So I'll give you 6 months to run with it, and you've got to pay this victim surcharge fine thing. So that was that. So I've done my basic, come off basic, and then again, that darkness starts coming. And the problem is, when I used to get a problem, and this is someone that a lot of people will relate to, again, this is what affects your mental health. When I get a problem, I just push it to the back of my mind. And then something else will happen and I push it to the back of the mind. Something else will happen, I push that to the back of my mind. I know who it is, so I push it and then it explodes, but it's that, my mental health dips. I'm sure it's bipolar, I'm sure I've got bipolar.
Did they have you back in workshop?
No.
Was that done then?
He wanted to get me in, but they wouldn't even give me a wing job then. They're like, security won't pass you. Well, can I have a wing job? They won't pass you. So I didn't have a job, so I was on bang up then. And my mental health started dipping. What's my missus now? Mental health started dipping. So I went down to, I put an app in on the CMS to see someone from mental health. I'd never really done that before. So I sent this application off. Week goes by, nothing. So I send another one, nothing. So I go down to the office and I said to one of the officers, go, can you ring mental health? I've put apps in. I really need to speak to someone. I've never tried to speak to anyone before, but I'm dipping. My mood's dipping again.
Is that your missus?
Yeah.
Go on, answer it, mate. I'll talk to these in a minute. It's real life, this, mate. Don't worry about it. Listen, guys. If you're watching this now and you watched the first part and you haven't already, go and get a like and a share, please. Let's get this story out here. We were talking a bit before, you know, the message is overwhelming, really, and lots of people relating to Shaun's position and stuff like that. Very sad. However, people are saying it's helping people. There's a lad who's actually in a forensic unit. He's in a mental hospital, you know, and he sent a message from there. He's not in a good place. He's sectioned. He's on meds, but he watched the video and said, you know, carry on. Keep talking about these sort of things. It helps. So that's what we need to do, guys. And like I say, I think the other message is, you know, and me and Shaun's talked about this as well, he's in a good place now, as in he's working, you know, he's in a relationship and things like that, but these things take years to get over. Yeah, we all know that. Myself, when I was in prison service, there were times that I absolutely despaired. I did. I forget about them, you know. I was in a place and I'm thinking, is this my life now? You know, sort of out at house 15 hours a day, our lass on her own. It's not good. And we're all here to sort of, you know, do the best we can and that, so. But keep it coming, guys. I keep going on about this, but what a great set of subscribers, honestly. All good. Bear with me. told you all. You now get the interviews on all podcast platforms that we rolled out over the next 2 weeks. So we're putting about 8 out a month as well. If anyone wants to sponsor me, put a cheeky little advert in now, and I'll put the sponsorship to good use. Got a lot of projects I want to do. Going to make some little documentaries. People like Shaun. Go back and look at the first interviews I've done, guys. Like I say, there's only probably about 8 up there at the moment. Go and have a look. Watch them. Cheers. Thanks for your patience. He's running now, guys. Well, more a fast walk. How do?
How do? To see your licence and insurance, please. Sorry about that.
No, you're alright, kid.
With stuff that's happened this morning with this new job and stresses of life and not getting paid and having to sort because they put my bank
like
details.
We already said, you only need little things to knock you back, don't you?
Yeah, and it's good sometimes that you get tested in life, you know, because you get complacent. And I become complacent, so it's good to have these little things to not let it, something so small, react bad. And, you know, I handled it well, spoke to the right people, and it's sorted. So I'd gone down and I said, I need to speak to someone. I've never really asked to speak to someone. My mood's dipping. I said, I've already attacked someone. I don't want to keep living this life. You know, I really want to get some help. Yeah, I'll sort it. Give me an hour. I went back down an hour later. I said, oh, where's so-and-so? He's gone off for the day. What? Right, so I explained the story again. Paul wasn't on this day. So I explained the story again. I really need to see someone. Yeah, we'll ring him. They've rung the mental health. The mental health has come back to him and said, tell him to put another app in. So this officer, JD, bless him, he's passed away now. Good old school prison officer, come from black and whites, from HMPs. Association, and I'm sat on the steps, because there's free landings, I'm sat on the frees, I'm sat on the steps, there's another lad stood, we're talking. And he come up and he sat behind us, there was some bins a bit further back. So he said, Shaun, can I have a word with you? And I thought, he looks fucking really nervous. So I went out, I said, what's up, JD? And he went, this is not me. So please don't react bad. But I've rung them and they've said, tell them to put another app in. And I said, I've tried doing everything the right fucking way. I said, it's been going on a couple of weeks now where I've been asked, I need help. I've been doing it all the right way. The first time you ask for help, no one wants to listen. I said, when we bang up tonight, I'm not banging up. I said, I'm going to go down the block. I'll walk down the block peacefully. I'm not going to kick off. We don't need the teams. And he's like, you're not going to kick off. I said, no, I'll sit there. Right, as long as you're going to sit there and walk down, I'm happy. So everyone bangs up. I go sit on the ones near the office. He rings Oscar. Oscar went, get hold of him and put him back in his cell. JD went, well, do you want to come over and do that?
Well,
he said because he's a fucking lump and he lives on the threes. We ain't touching him. You come over. So comes over this Oscar one. He walked right up and he went, what's your problem? So I said, you. And he's like, what? I said, you're my fucking problem. He went, what do you mean? What? I said, why are you approaching me like this? What sort of professional behaviour is this? Walking up to me, you know, and he went, oh, I didn't mean it like that, but I just wanted to, I said, no, fucking nothing, get me to the block. So they walked me to the block. I'm down there about 4 or 5 weeks and no nicking.
Did you see anyone?
No, they had me on GOAD, and they wanted me to see. All right, so they're saying, you know, and I'm saying I need to see the mental health, blah blah blah. So GOAD, and then I don't know what had happened. I can't really remember, but I told one of the block officers to fuck off. I said, fuck off away from the cell. So I got nicking for that. So then I got CC then. I'm already down there, so they just give me CC.
I'll just tell people what that is.
So CC is cellular confinement, which if you're on the wing and you get cellular confinement CC, it means you get taken down the block and you have to do a certain amount of time in the block. So it's punishment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can do CC on the wing if the block's full or whatever. I'm sure there's other reasons, isn't there?
Yeah.
But you can do it there. So, and I'd explained on the nicking to the number one, and I was shocked because you don't use. I'd never seen the number one. I used to get governors coming around. Everything all right? Yep. Walk off, and that was it. So I explained to her, and I said, "This is what's gone on." And I could see when I'm telling her what had happened for me to end up being down here, she's starting to go red. So she does the nicking. She doesn't say anything about it. Does the nicking. I'm going to give you a 2 week CC. But I already they'd already done a review, so I already had another 2 weeks anyway. So I go back to the cell. The next day they come round. I can hear him. Anything for the governor. Anything for the governor. Come to mine. Open the door. And as they open the door, it's Mrs. What? I don't know if you're allowed to say the names, are you?
If they're a good one, they're not going to kick off, are they? If you're saying someone,
all right, yeah.
I've mentioned.
So
good
the number
governors.
one was on the news as well. She was. So the number one was called Mrs. Walsgrove, and really good number one.
There you go.
Really well respected. Some probably don't like her because she's a straight hitter. A lot of cons don't like that, do they? Like to be able to, an officer that bends it. Or
a lot of officers don't like it either.
Right.
I did. I did.
You know where you stand.
The best governors were the one who you knew exactly where they were coming from, and if they asked you to do something, you did it, or else. So
I'm led on the bed, and she said, "Can I come in?" I said, "Yeah." So she come in the cell, and she stood against the wall. So then I sat up then. So as I sat up, the block officer went to walk in the cell, and she said, "Get out." I can't. Get out and pull the door to. And he went, "Mom, I can't." And that's how they call the governors, sir or mom. I don't know if you had to in your jails, no. But here, that's what they did.
The number ones, all numbers that were happy to be called gov.
Yeah. So he went, "Mom, I can't." And she went, "I'm telling you, go out of that cell, pull the door to." It's obviously not shut, but just pull it to a bit. She said, "Stay out there." So I got the message then, number one's telling me I've got it. So anyway, she said, "Can I sit down?" And I was a bit disrespectful, I shouldn't. And I went, "It's your bed." You know, and she went, and I went, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to." I was off there. So she sat down and she said, "Right, what's going on?" Oh no, she sat down and she said, "Right, so what's been going on for you to feel like this?" So I just said, "It's something that's always happened, my mental health, my mood dips. And then there's consequences," I said, "because it gets to a point and I do something stupid or..." Right, within the next week, she said there's going to be a lot of meetings with a lot of different people. She said because what's been going on was wrong. A lot of people have failed, and I'm not having that in this prison. She is another one for mental health.
Oh, I like her now already.
I'm not having that in my prison. So the next day, a forensic psychologist came in, interviewed me, we had a chat. Then we had loads of different things. Then I had to go in, and I was in on a meeting when there was head of healthcare, security, all these departments. It was like, "Hello, I'm studying here." But they were all talking like I wasn't there, and they were all discussing different ways. So this is where things started to change. So the week after, I go to do the SEG review. So every couple of weeks, someone has to come down, do a review on you, and what they do is to make sure that you're not starting to hear voices because you're alone all this time. You know, people's mental health or mind start deteriorating when you're locked in a room for so long.
Of course they do.
So they do these reviews. So I go into this review thinking it's going to be the same as normal. He's going to look at it and go, "Right, see you in 2 weeks." It wasn't a governor, it was a manager. And he had a folder. And we sat down, he said, how are you? I said, I'm all right, thanks, Gov. Right, I'm called Paul Goodridge. So I said, right, I'm all right, thanks, Mr. Goodridge. Even to this day, I don't call him by his first name. So he threw my folder on the table, and he just sat back, just like you, and he said, tell me your life story. So straight away in my head, I'm like, what's this fucker after? What's he up to? What information is he after? What's he gathering? Are the police onto something? Do they want to know? How much time I got?
About 10 minutes.
So I'm worried, and I'm very, very suspicious.
Don't take your time, I'll be back again.
I'm very suspicious about him. Because this is really like, this just shows how people can change lives. So I said, no, I'm all right, thanks, Mr. Goodridge. Tell me your life story. I'm not going to speak. I just want you to tell me your life story. I said, no. He said, right, there's no hidden agendas, nothing's being recorded, nothing's going to get written in that. This is between me and you, man and man. Let's just talk. Tell me your life story. No one had ever asked me that before. And that's what pulled me off, especially a prison officer. I was always met with aggression. Every time I went to a new jail, there'd be extra officers there from like...
You're scared of you, mate. The security
but they were the big uns, and they'd give me the right act. You fuck about in this jail and blah, blah, blah. Thinking that that's going to scare me, but that used to make me go, thank you, bang, and I can go to their level then. When someone comes down, sometimes you can't.
Well, this is the thing, innit? You start here.
Yeah.
You start at the bottom level. If I'm approaching you, big lad, so you start here, yeah. You know, I work with plenty of people that go in at top level, and then someone will go boo, and they've got nowhere to go.
No. So I sat there, and no one had ever asked me, and I found myself talking like I've told my life story here. He didn't say a word. So when I finished, he went, that's heavy. I'm really... He said, I'm sad, I feel, I've got all these different emotions. He said, I'm going to need to have a think about these different emotions I've got. But I'm disappointed that no one's ever asked you this. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm the manager on an enhanced wing. So in jails, you have different behaviour levels. Basic, standard and enhanced. When you go into the jail, you start on standard, which means you have your TV. Some jails, you can wear your own clothes, your own trainers. Then you have basic, which means no TV, 23-hour bang up, 1 hour exercise, no association, your food brought to your cell, wear prison clothing, horrible prison shoes, trainers, pumps, whatever they have in them jail. It's not nice. So I could never stay at standard. I was always going up and down between basic. He said, I'm the manager on the enhanced wing, and I can see something. I want to give you a chance. And I was like, shit, what's it up to? So again, straight away, what's this fucker up to? You know, this looks a bit dodgy. You don't get nothing for nothing. He said, and it's down to you then. He said, but I know that I've listened to you and I've give you that chance. The best thing he could have ever done. You know, because then things started to change. I moved on the wing. I got a laundry job on the wing, which it's the shittiest job. Like literally as well. Because you're washing everyone's clothing. But I couldn't even get a cleaning job on the other wings. So I got this. And then one day I went to education about a month later. I went over to education, come back. And somebody said, oh, have you heard? And I went, heard what? Paul Goodridge has killed himself. And I said, you sick bastard, why would you joke about shit like that? You need your head sorting out. Do you know what I mean? And he went, no, I'm serious. And then someone else heard it, come out the cell and went, yes, Paul Goodridge has killed himself. And fucking hell.
No signs. How did they announce it to you guys? Did they, you know, post it or?
I don't know, but it went through, as you know, in jail everything spreads.
He obviously touched you, that guy, didn't he? Eh?
It was like losing a family member, Sam.
Right, it's setting me off now.
It was like this one man who's come down the block, listen to my life story, give me a chance to go, let's see what you can do, while he's suffering. While he is suffering inside.
Well, you know, this is the thing, innit, eh? We don't know. We keep saying this, we don't know what people are going through and where they're at in their life.
No, so...
Do you know what, mate? Do you want to leave it there for now? We don't want to rush this, do we?
No.
And
but
that'll
for
be a
now,
nice
he's
place to leave remembering him.
Yeah. And the next one's going to be positive. The next video is going to be... It's all positive, so...
Listen, guys, we'll get this sorted as soon as we can, yeah. I'm going to take Lado to work now. Thanks for coming.
No, thank you.
Let's remember that geezer. We'll have a chat about him, mate.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I want to thank everyone for watching as well and all your comments. Have a good weekend.
I'll see you.